Hi, Susie. How are you? It's so good. I'm so glad to see you. I've missed your face. How are you doing?
Hi. I'm okay. I mean, there's a lot going on, obviously, right now. So, how are you?
Mhm. I'm doing all right, trying to figure this all out as well. I'm more concerned, but how are you doing? Because are you still able to be working? And I know you have your child at home and
Yeah.
everything else.
So, I'm really lucky. So the treatment center is letting me work remotely because I'm
Hmm.
doing a lot of virtual facilitations and scheduling and, case management stuff.
Hmm.
So I can do that from home, which is really nice. Um, Adjusting to the schedule, having my daughter at home all the time is
Hmm.
a lot. I mean, I love her, don't
Yeah,
get me wrong, and it's
yeah.
great, but um, like working and trying to keep her connected to school stuff. I mean,
Hmm.
she just started the virtual learning thing and she's little, so it's like, I
Yeah,
mean, it's a lot for
yeah.
her
I can
and
imagine.
for me. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I think like a lot of people are, but
Hmm.
I really want to keep moving forward because like it's really important to, I think, just take it one day at a time and kind of
Hmm.
deal with each thing as it comes in front of me. But, some days are harder than others to like keep
Hmm.
focused on that because it's a lot.
It
It's
is a
just a
lot.
lot.
I
Um,
know. I know.
but I mean, a little, maybe the last time we met, we were talking about, I think, like being super excited for summer and stuff like that. And now I'm just kind of like, is it going to be any different than it is now? Like,
Yeah,
I
I
don't know if
know.
I'll be able to send her to camp or like I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm excited about having a break at some point soon.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that.
You know,
But I just want you to know that I'm so proud of you. I really am. I'm so proud of the fact that you opted to finish your classes and not take a pass fail grade. I'm so
yeah,
glad of that because you're doing really well from what I've been told from the professors and stuff. So I'm really, really proud of you. And you're doing such a great job and you've come so far. And I just want you to continue. And I know that's what you want to do.
yeah,
Um,
definitely.
and you and you've learned that your past does not define you. It just helps you along this journey, and it's part of it. So I'm really, really
Yeah.
proud of you. So
Thank you.
you're welcome. So I do remember when we first met, we talked about the PLA process because
Yep.
you'd finished your first year experience, and
Hmm.
you shared with me that you were a drug and alcohol counseling assistant.
Yep.
You also shared that you worked in a nursing home as a
Hmm.
CNA.
I did.
You also shared that you nannied for some years when you were in community college before you left. What
Yeah.
else did you do? You also said that while you were in high school, that you were the editor of the school newspaper, which I think is wonderful. And then you also shared that you were part of a philanthropy club in high school,
Hmm.
and you were instrumental in helping to write a grant proposal for a mock agency that you guys wanted to form, which I
Yeah.
think is really great. So you've had a lot of life experiences, a lot of great, wonderful, and a lot of crappy. We all have crappy sometimes,
Yeah.
but we just move forward with it, and that's a
Right.
good thing. And we decided that based on all those field experiences, that
Hmm.
you would be able to qualify probably out of up to 17 credits, which
I
is
know.
great.
I still can't believe that. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to be, I mean, I think it's going to be hard, right? But
Mm-hmm.
it's really exciting at the same time because then it means, I'll be able to spend my money on classes that I really want to take and are going to help me get closer to my goals rather than
Mm-hmm.
having to do work that I've really already done. I mean, I already
Mm-hmm.
have some credits under my belt from community
Right.
college, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm really excited about what it's going to look like to really focus on like completing um, those 17 PLA credits because that's just going to make it a lot easier for me to get ahead
Right.
towards my
Right.
goals because I know, we talked last time about like I know I kind of have some aggressive timelines for wanting to be done, in
Mm-hmm.
less than 2 years. So, you know, I'm I'm hopeful that you're going to be able to help me kind of
Yeah.
prioritize that because,
Yeah.
with everything that's happening right now and having my daughter home all the time, it's just it feels kind of daunting to like
Yes.
think about how we're going to do that.
Yeah. And I understand. I understand where you're coming from. And yes, I am going to help you. I am going to help you through that process, all from the start to the end. I'm here for you from the beginning that you walked in the door till the day that you walk in your
I'm
cap and
so
gown.
excited.
I know, I know. And we're going to get you through that process. So the classes that we talked about were
Okay.
drugs and society, because you're a counseling assistant in a drug and
Right.
alcohol facility.
Right.
CPR first aid, because you mentioned that had taken a CPR first aid
Mm-hmm.
course. So that's an automatic pass if you provide the CPR card to me. The other courses that we decided were social gerontology, because you had worked in a nursing home
Right. Right.
for a while and you're CNA.
Mm-hmm.
We also talked about group dynamics, because you actually help facilitate groups where you
Yeah.
work and you
Yeah.
understand the group process. And in fact, your supervisor is actually a fellow alum um, from the university that you're here now for. She was an alum. So she has said some wonderful, wonderful things about your integrity and about how you handle yourself with your clients. So I really believe that you're going to do well with group dynamics. We also talked about human growth and development, because you were a nanny for 3 years and you're a mom, and
Yeah.
you understand the different stages of development. And as a nanny, while you were in community college, you had taken some courses
I
to
did.
help you understand, that the children and things like that. So that's
Yeah.
another one that I know you could do well in. And then when you spoke about your philanthropy club and how you were instrumental in helping to write a grant, and you did a PowerPoint presentation
Yeah.
with some of the other club members, so that you could present to a mock benefactor who would possibly fund the agency that you guys wanted to start. So
Right.
that's another cool course that you could also PLA out of.
Oh,
And they were
wow.
the 17 credits that we
Yeah.
spoke about. And what I asked you to do at our first meeting was today to come prepared to present your paragraphs to
Right.
me. And we spoke about the paragraphs
Yeah.
are basically your justification for saying that, for proving that you've mastered the course,
Right.
that which would then allow you to petition to test out of these courses.
Right.
So
And I sent you all those.
you
So,
did, and I reviewed them, and they're all right on point,
oh,
right on
great.
point. So I've already prepared the petitions,
Okay.
and I'm just going to scan them and email them to you. And then if you
Okay.
can just sign them and send them back to me, and then we can
Okay.
start that process.
I can definitely do that.
And then with that being said, I'm also going to send you your assignments that you need to do for each of these. Okay,
Okay.
because the paragraph just says, I know this, but
Right.
I need to see the proof. And the proof that you've mastered the course is actually doing some type of an assignment. Now, I know that sounds like a lot,
It
but
does. It sounds like a
don't,
lot.
but I'm gonna say something to you that my son had said to me years ago, because I'm that kind of person where I look at everything, the big giant picture, and I'm like, how am I going to get this finished? And
Right.
so one day I was getting a little crazy, and he said to me, he said, Mom, how do you eat an elephant? And I said to him, what do you mean, how do you eat an elephant? And then he said to me, Mom, you eat an elephant one bite at a time. So what we're going to do, so that it's not so overwhelming for you, is
Mm-hmm.
we're going to do one at a time. We're going to take one step at a time.
Okay.
So the first thing that I think that would be the best option for you would be
Okay.
to do the PLA for CPR first aid.
Okay.
So you mentioned that you had taken a CPR
I
course.
did. I am. I'm CPR certified.
Oh,
I
cool.
have to be for my job,
Right.
and I had to be also when I was a CNA at the um, nursing home because
Mhm.
you have to be because those patients
Mhm.
um, you might have to do, I mean, you do have to do CPR a lot in
Yeah.
those situations. And same thing at the treatment facility.
Mhm.
Um, I actually had to give them a copy of my license when it's like in my HR file.
Okay, so if you could get that for me, and that'll be one of the goals that we'll set for today. So
Okay.
so if
I could
you
do
if
that.
if you're
Yeah.
comfortable, then we're going to jump right to the goals for this meeting. And let me get my
Yeah.
notes
I
here.
mean, I think,
Okay,
I
so
think I'm just, it just feels like a lot to get through all. I mean, I think last time we had talked about August, trying to have all this done.
Mm-hmm.
And I just, with everything that's going on, I think I need some help, like just figuring out like what order we should do it in.
Okay.
And then maybe prioritizing like what ones happen first and then what happens
Right.
second, because I don't know how I'm going to get 17 credits done if I have to do projects and stuff
Right.
by August. It just
Okay.
maybe, so I can definitely do the CPR thing, but like when would you need to have it?
Okay. So that's easy. So
Okay.
so all you need to do is you need to reach out to your HR department to
Okay.
send you a copy of a CPR first aid card.
Okay.
So what I'm looking at is if you because if you could get that copy to me in my email by April the 20th,
Okay.
that would be an automatic pass.
Oh, I
So
can
you would
definitely
so
do
you would
that.
automatically get 2 credits of electives right out the gate just for providing me your valid CPR first aid card.
Oh, I can
So
definitely do
that's
that.
so that's so easy. So that would
Okay.
be the first goal that I
Okay.
would like you to do for this during the
Okay.
meeting. So now the second goal, which I think would be really cool, is you would work on the social gerontology course, and I'm going to explain that to you. When
Okay.
you
Because that
think of
feels
that,
like
you're
it could be a lot.
yeah, I know. Everybody says that because they think, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Um, what's really cool is the professor that teaches that course. He is one of the directors in the Philadelphia Corporation of Aging, and
Oh,
he
yeah.
and he actually came up with this project. So
Okay.
all it is you need to interview an elderly person. It could be anybody, somebody that is. It could be a grandma, a grandpa, an aunt, an uncle, a friend, somebody. You don't have to go to a nursing home to do it. It could be somebody that you know that is an elderly person, and you would just
Okay.
have to ask the questions that are provided for you.
Okay.
And then what you would do then is you would then put the questions and put your assignment together in a PowerPoint presentation. It could
Okay.
be as creative as you want. It could be as, you know, not, depending on what your personality is. This is
Okay.
something that you get to use your personality with developing your PowerPoint presentation and telling the story of this elderly person.
So, um, so is it the kind of thing where I might be able to do it over a little bit of time? Because I
Mhm.
think, obviously I'm stuck at home, so I would probably have to, actually, you know what? I bet there is somebody that I work with who could definitely be the person I would want to interview,
Mhm.
but I might have
Okay.
to talk to them a couple of times. So
Right.
would that be okay that I could collect
That's
the
fine.
answers over some time, and then when would that also be due on the 20th, or is that
No, no, that wouldn't be due on the 20th. I think the goal that I think would work best is to attempt your very best to get all of these 6 classes, these 6 PLAs finished by the end of August. So
okay?
the timeline that I set up for you is to have that PLA finished by May 15th.
Oh,
If that
I could
works for
do
you.
that. Yeah, because that's more than a month from now. So that,
Mhm.
if I took 2 weeks to do the interviews, because I probably would need, an hour or so each week to really get
Mhm.
all the questions done.
Right. Mhm.
And then I would still have another month to actually work on the
The
PowerPoint.
PowerPoint, yes.
So I think that I think would give me enough time.
Okay, that's
Um,
good. So, because what I
and then
want,
could I
because
just email it to you, because we might
yes,
not be face to face yet, right?
that's what I'll do with all of your assignments. You'll just
Okay.
email them to me, and I want to meet with you again on the 16th of May so that we can continue to finish that setting up the timeline for you.
Yeah.
So May 15th, if you could send that to me
Okay.
in my email, I could review it. And then on the 16th, when we meet again to go through the rest of the PLAs, I can let you know.
Oh,
Usually,
only if it's good though. If it's not good, I don't
I
want you to tell me in person.
no, the one cool thing about the PLAs is if for some reason it needs to be revised or something like that, you always get that chance.
Oh, good.
So don't worry,
Okay.
don't worry. And
Okay.
this assignment is very subjective. If you answer the questions and you give the information and you put it together in a PowerPoint presentation, it's cool. Because usually you do an oral presentation, and in light of everything,
Oh, okay.
that's why. So that will be fine.
Okay.
Um, and then we'll further talk about the timeline for the rest of the PLAs, for the remainder of the PLAs.
Yeah, I don't think I can process past May right now.
No, and I didn't want to overwhelm you with all of that, with
Yeah.
everything else that you're going on, because you're doing okay. The
Yeah.
ultimate goal of PLAs is to finish them within the semester that you petition for them, but we also understand that life happens, and sometimes
Right.
it might take a little longer, and there's no penalty if that happens.
Okay.
So don't ever feel like, oh my goodness, I can't get it done.
Okay.
Communication is the key, and if something comes up, something comes up.
Okay.
Ultimately, when you're getting ready to graduate, then there is an absolute timeline that they
Right.
need to be in and must
Right.
be in. But
Right.
I always recommend to my students that if life goes cool, I mean, nothing's going to be perfect, but if life goes cool and you can get them all done within that semester, that's a good thing, because then you can just move on to the next. But we're
So,
just going to take it by
okay.
then and just
Okay.
see how that goes.
Okay, so
Um,
that's 2
right. And so then you have,
in the next month. So that feels doable.
mhm. Because
Okay.
one is easy. One is just showing me that card and you're
Right.
done.
Right.
So that's a good thing. And the other goal that I wanted to talk about for this meeting was, you had mentioned that when we talked about your career choices and things like that, that you wanted to finish within 18 months with your bachelor's degree and then
Yeah.
automatically um, take our master's in human services
Absolutely.
degree.
I totally want to do that.
And then you mentioned that ultimately down the line, that when you grow up, that you wanted to open an agency. You
Yeah.
spoke about how you wanted to do some type of an agency where moms could go to treatment and their children could come along in the facility, not necessarily stay with their mom during her treatment time, but staying on site where caregivers would take care of the children, and then they would gradually, you know, do
Yeah.
reunification with their mom, rather than having to lose custody or give up
Yeah.
custody or have your children live with someone else while you're taking care of
It's just
yourself.
really hard. I mean, it's really
So,
hard, and there's nothing
mhm,
quite like that that's out there right now. I think
yeah,
it I don't know, it would just marry all the things that really matter to me.
yeah.
Um
So what I want you to do is I want you to do some research. Just do
okay.
some research online and just see if there's anything out there
Okay.
like that share the same vision that you have. Just to do research, just for yourself, just to see what's out there, and then
Okay.
give you some ideas. And then we can just talk about it. And that'll be our career part of this session. We can just
Okay.
talk about it and see where we go from there. Um,
Okay.
and
So
then,
I could probably I bet that there's ways that I could use my connections at my job right now to talk
mhm,
to people who have founded organizations who are running like sober houses and things like that, because
mhm,
we do placements for people in those kinds of
mhm,
facilities. And that's like what I'm thinking about is sort of like a hybrid treatment, sober living kind of thing where
mhm.
kids and families would be able to be there too. So, I could probably talk to people at my job about that, and I would, you know, that would
That's a great, it's a great idea. It's about networking,
maximizing my
networking,
time.
maximizing your time, networking. They're all
Right.
good things, all good
Okay.
things, which is great. And I really think that when you speak to some of your connections,
Mhm.
you're going to exhibit a lot of your grit and resilience that I've seen in you because of your story and how you've gone through the things that you've gone through,
Mhm.
and you've come out the other side, and your determination and vigor to move on and to
Yeah.
move forward is such a great thing. And I'm so inspired by you that you've been able to do that you've been able to look at the things that have happened in your life, realize that they've happened, but it doesn't define who I am. I've gone through this, but it doesn't have to define me. And I think that that's
Well,
really great.
the past is behind us. We can't change it. All we have is the present, right? So,
And I'm really inspired
one
by
day at a
that. And
time is all we've got. So,
you're right.
thank you.
You're right. You're welcome. And then lastly, the last goal that I want to talk about
Okay.
for our next meeting is we need to look at your evaluation and then discuss what courses you're going to take for the fall semester. And then
Okay.
we may revisit again see if there are any other PLAs that you might be able to petition for. Does that
Oh,
sound
so
like a good? There
there could
could
be
be.
more?
There could
Wow.
be. There could be. You know, excuse me. We'll look at your eval.
Mhm.
We'll look at the PLAs that you've finished, and
Okay.
there might be.
Okay.
We'll visit it and we'll see. Because
Okay.
there are different kinds of avenues that you can make this academic process more accelerated. We
Okay.
might even be able to look at a CLEP, because sometimes, we have some students that might CLEP out of a particular course. You may also find yourself that you've taken a lot of courses already,
Mhm.
but you still need credit. So
Right.
then we could do an independent study or a tutorial or something. And there are things that we'll talk about down the line, not now. So don't get, oh my gosh, what is that? But
Well, but it sounds, I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it also sounds like there's flexibility for me to make it
flexibility,
what works for me as
yes.
opposed to like just sort of a one size fits all, which
Mhm.
is really, it's scary, but it also feels good at the same time because then it's really about what'll work for me and my life and my schedule and my
Right.
goals, not just what I have to do because it's part of the process.
Right. And that's what's so cool about our university that you chose to come to, is that we are flexible, and we focus on adult learners who have lives and jobs
Right.
and stories and children and all kinds of things.
Right.
And it's not just an academic process. And I know
Right.
that you felt that when you got off the elevator onto our floor, that I always call it like that warm, comfy, cozy hug
Yeah.
that you feel when you get off, because we're family. You become a part of our university and your family, and we will walk you from the beginning you walk into that door till the moment that you are standing in your cap and gown ready to walk. And that is such an awesome experience for us to be able, for me, to be able to witness and to see that and to walk our students and you, because you're one of our students, through the process.
Right.
So I'm so very excited that you chose us, that you're choosing the PLA process, and I'm going to help you through it. When you're
Okay.
overwhelmed, you can call me, um, you can email me, and I will get back to you, and I will be with you every step of the way. Any
Okay.
questions, and I will absolutely help you.
Okay.
So, do you have any questions or anything else that I can help you with today?
So we're going to focus for our next meeting on the things that we talked about. So me getting the uh, CPR certification
Mm-hmm.
proof to you by the 20th of this month.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my interview for my gerontology project and PowerPoint done for our meeting on the 16th.
Mm-hmm.
Research on my big dream.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then we're going to talk about the fall.
Yes.
Okay.
Now it won't be too bad, because you're not taking courses in the summers. You're not taking classes in the summer. You're just going to be working on your PLAs.
Okay.
So I think it'll be a little more relaxed for you.
Yeah.
But like I said again, if it gets to be too much, just let me know, and
Okay.
we'll just slow it down. We'll just slow
Okay.
it down.
I don't
This
want to
is
slow
your
down.
I
You
know, I
know,
know.
I want to get done because I want to go to grad school and I want to get there.
Hmm.
But it's good to know that I can if I need
If you
to.
need to slow down, we can slow
Okay.
down a bit, and that's okay,
Okay.
because you will get there. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Or,
I mean, I'm sure as I start to dig into maybe the interview questions and
mhm.
stuff like that, I might have some questions. So,
Okay.
um, I guess I'll email you, and if we
Yes.
need to set up another time to talk before the 16th, we could do that.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely, absolutely. I am an email away.
Okay.
And if we need to chat, we'll exchange numbers and we'll go from there.
Okay.
If not, we'll just do this video. We can do that as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I really appreciate that you're available even when everything is weird and closed and
Hmm.
crazy.
Yes.
And I really appreciate you moving at my pace with me. So that's really
Absolutely.
great too. Um,
You're welcome. Absolutely.
all right. Well, if I think of anything, which I'm sure I will, um, I'll send you an email and then we can talk. But in the meantime, I will focus on getting in contact
Okay.
with our HR person so I can
Hmm.
get a copy of that CPR license and send it over to you. And then I've got 2 credits done.
Yes, you do. That's
All right.
wonderful. Okay, Susie, I'm so glad to see your face, and I wish you well, stay healthy,
Okay.
and I'll talk to you soon.
Sounds good. And I wish you the same. And I will let you know if I need anything else.
That
Thank you so
works.
much.
You're welcome. All right,
All right.
bye.
Take care.
You too.